Welcome back, everyone. Another episode of Cosplayers Paradigm. Today, I'm with a brand new cosplayer here, or I should say, a cosplayer who has a brand new name, who is now debuting it for the first time here. Decadence Cosplay. How are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, actually.
Well, that's good to hear. Of course, we start off with the same question every time, but let's go ahead and shake it up a little bit. Not so much as what got you into cosplay, but what was your passion for cosplay?
My passion for it kind of started in a weird way. So what happened
Weird
is
is
that
good.
so it first started when I started learning about cosplay. It actually spiraled from when my marching band up here, because I was a marching band student in high school, and we'd always have a night specifically for Halloween where the band was allowed to dress up. And it kind of started there. It didn't really start to click with me until junior year of high school, when I did my first cosplay that night of Edward Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist that night. But it was also on my birthday too, which also made it even better. And it just kind of grew from there to the point where I actually went to my first con with a friend of mine in that cosplay.
Okay, that is brilliant. We hear a lot of people who talk about Halloween being their passion for what got them into cosplay. And, don't get me wrong, same here. I absolutely loved it growing up, still do to this day. But the fact that your first cosplay was Edward Elric, it's, yeah, something a little different, but awesome.
It was kind of my start. As you can obviously see behind me, I have several Fullmetal Alchemist things on my wall. Fullmetal is my heart, and that's always one I go back to every time.
Now, which would you say you prefer, the original or Brotherhood?
Okay. I love both. But if I'm going to go with one that's more kind of story based, I'm going to go with Brotherhood, because it follows the manga almost to a T, and I love it. Is that it's a little bit darker than the original is, and
It is.
It just sticks with me. And as an older sister who is disabled with a brother who's also kind of like what they're going through, it really connected with me really well.
That makes sense. I mean, it is a great story. It really is. But between the two, for me, I love Brotherhood, but the ending of the original, it feels a little bit more powerful in my opinion.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I need to rewatch 2003 because I forgot of how powerful that ending is, even though it ended with a movie. And I love 2003 because not only does it start off with going through the original story from the manga did, but it also kind of goes in its own direction, which is very nice. And then the movie just chef's kissed it. I'm torn between the two. I love the two versions of it.
Oh, completely understand. I mean, you have storyline style, original style artwork, mixed in, voice actors, just a whole aspect of the original. And then Brotherhood takes it up a notch, gives you that more gritty, dark element, fast paced with less filler, bringing back the same voice actors and just giving you a mind. Not going to say it. Not going to say it, but you guys know what word I wanted to say right there. And oh, wow. Not to mention, because of that, it is. And because of that, it also opens up so many new variations for cosplays too, because of how they changed up a little bit of the styles, added new people in there, That's still going to be a fun one.
Especially when you get into the new one, when I talk about it later, you'll see, because I sent you the reference image for it, you'll see kind of where, because it's tied into the Fullmetal Alchemist world, but there's a reason why I love this one. Mainly because of what that one entails. So
nice.
But I'm going to save that till we get further down the line.
Hey, understand. Go ahead and, kind of have that, card up your sleeve right there,
Yep, I've got it ready. I've got it ready.
Very cool. So, how many cons have you ended up going to so far?
It's too many to count, because here in Kansas City, there's mainly two that I'll go to. That is Planet Comic-Con and Planet Anime Comic-Con within the past few years. But there's one that I went to last year that was kind of like a smaller convention that's down at the KCI Expo Center up here. and that is Animeverse. My friend actually introduced me to that one. And that one's not as big as what the other two are, but it's very nice to go to. It's like a smaller convention if you're starting to get into it.
Nice. That is definitely good to know. Ironically, I just had a guest on the show who is also from that area.
Really?
And if you've gone to a lot of those cons there, you may have seen them. They're actually a furry. It is
Okay.
Monty.
I recognize them.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I'll definitely when we get I can't even talk. I'm excited.
Oh, you're good. That was me all day
I'll definitely
today.
meet up with them. Yeah,
But yeah,
if I come across, I'll definitely meet Monty up for if they're going to Planet this year, I'll meet you guys there.
as far as I know, he's going to Planet. He is going to be driving down to Texas to go to a fan expo as well. But he's going to be all over in Kansas and Oklahoma area. It looks like with a lot of different cons.
Sweet.
But
I'll
yeah, it
definitely
opened up.
I'll definitely check them out.
It
Definitely,
definitely opened up my eyes right there for some other smaller and bigger cons. Over to the Midwest.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I know there's been one that I've been saying I want to go to so bad, and that is the one down in Houston later in the year, Anime Matsuri. That's the big one I want to go to.
Nice.
Like, I love my ones up here. I would always want to go down to Anime Matsuri because I've heard so much good things about Anime Matsuri, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I'm always looking for different cons that I haven't come across. People from different states, areas, please message me and let me know different ones that you'd love to see us to go to because I want to branch out.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll even propose up here too. Planet Comic Con, Planet Anime, Anime Matsuri. I could go on and on. I know there's a few others that I can go on and on.
Oh yeah. No, I'm actually Michigan based, of course, and I've gone to a lot of different cons here in Michigan, but I've gone to Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois. I've been a little bit everywhere, in this area. But now I want to go a little bit farther out, maybe a little bit more west, maybe a little bit more south. But I have the nice little break right here, which I told last episode, but I'll bring it up again. We were accepted for press passes to go to the Chicago Comic Entertainment Expo, otherwise known as C2E2. And
you know what? The funniest thing is that I think Planet's challenging, or they're. I've heard some excitement from both ends, but I think because from what I was told from Planet Anime when I went last year is that I know that Planet and C2E2 are definitely going to be challenging each other due to excitement of who they kind of got and what the events is looking like. So,
nice.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, definitely. I'm actually very honored and privileged to be able to go ahead and be accepted. I mean, the fact that they said yes literally made my jaw drop, and I was more than in awe. My coworkers saw me look at the text and they're like, "What's going on?" And I was literally just there. Well, I knew that they're big, that I knew. So many different people were talking about how popular they are. I need to go. If I can get in there, it'd be very hard, but at the same time, a good thing. If I can actually make it there, that'd be amazing. So I looked online, tried seeing. That's what I've heard. But I went ahead and kind of looked at the rankings of different Comic-Cons and just to gauge, like, well, they're up there, and there's so many nationwide. What rank are they at? And for everything I could figure out from online, C2E2 is the 8th largest and popular con in the United States.
Really?
Not region, not anything like that, but actual United States. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a top 10? But for how many people
I might as well go ahead and book a trip up there. I might as well go ahead and book a trip up there next year. Might as well go ahead.
Yeah, last year I tried to go ahead and see if I could do it, and I was unable to due to the fact of other, conflicting areas. But no, I've talked to so many people who have gone, other people online, and it's up there with excitement that people talk to, like San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, stuff like that, it's right up there with
Emerald
that
City.
same level. And it's like, yeah, Emerald City, Dragon,
Mm.
But yeah, so this year I said to myself, I'm going to cut back on how many places I'm going, but I'm going to go ahead and try branching out and see if I can go even farther. And so
Oh yeah,
far,
definitely.
yeah,
We're on the right path.
trying to.
Yeah, I would always encourage come down and come KC. Number one, we've got some good barbecue. I'm not lying there, but yeah, always come down here because they it's always fun, especially with the Comic Cons down here in Kansas City. It's I can't even, once again, I can't talk. It's just breathtaking to come down and do a Comic Con down here. It's amazing,
Oh,
and we
believe me,
would
I would definitely love
love
to
to
go.
even have you come down here. Oh yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
I would love to go. In fact, if they ever reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to go and be a guest here?" I may not be a popular cosplayer like many others, but I'm unique because I am a podcasting cosplayer, and that's kind of my little shtick right there. So I have a little bit different element to it, which is fun, and
It's
always love meeting new people.
Oh, definitely. They always love bringing in people like that. I don't even know. Somebody else did it too. I don't know. Somebody else did. I don't remember who it was. But it's always nice bringing cosplayers in, especially if ones who do podcasts like that, and just bringing them in. It's fantastic to get their aspect on it and see how they grow, or how I can't even words. It's a Saturday and it's no words.
Completely understandable. The day itself is actually taking away our breath, our words, and everything else because we look outside and we think to ourselves, "Why am I inside? Let's go." You know.
Yeah, I
But
can't say nothing. I wish it would be. I would wonder why I'm not outside because we got snow down here. So snow
I,
and 15-degree weather. So
yeah, that sounds about like where I'm at right now. In fact,
yeah,
what's
it's
ironic, I
chilling.
don't know if you follow them on Facebook, TikTok, or anything else, but the two Brits that are very popular. Was it Josh and
I don't.
Jace? I
I
can't remember
think
both their
so. I'm
names
not sure.
offhand.
I don't remember. It sounds familiar. I don't remember what the other name
Well,
was.
well, they recently came to Michigan. So they're literally traveling all around here, checking out different places that people are telling them about, and all I keep hearing is, "Hey, we're at the coldest place. Holy crap, what the heck?" You know, which I get.
Wow.
If you've not experienced something, it's going to be breathtaking,
Oh yeah,
and you're going to be
definitely.
like, which goes with the same, and it goes hand in hand with the same thing when you go to a different Comic Con or when see a
Yeah,
cosplay. You're like,
it takes your breath away. It takes
it
your breath
does.
away.
Yeah, there are some cosplays where someone just put it together, really simple, some duct tape, whatever, and you know what it is, and it still looks awesome. And then others all of a sudden have this elaborate 3D printed animatronic smoke coming out of it, and you're just like, really?
Those when they when it comes to stuff like that, it definitely takes, like, it doesn't matter what it is, it just takes your breath away because it's, even though the unresult, I feel like it's more the effort putting into it. Because if you put a whole bunch of time into it and you construct it the way that you like it, that's
Mm-hmm.
how you know. And then how many result, I can't, how many like compliments you get off of it, and then also getting like some pictures with it. That's how it feels like when I do that. With the more recent ones, I kind of felt like that too, especially with the earliest one from Planet Comic Con last year. Is you don't know what to expect, especially when you take a whole bunch of time and create something like that. And that's just the beauty of it. And then seeing the ending of it is just, it's absolutely stunning. And that's, I guess that's a favorite part of mine. Just doing this is not only putting the time in and getting this opportunity to make something, but also seeing how it's taken,
Yeah.
taken by public, and how many people enjoy it.
My very first, my first time ever cosplaying, I just did a closet cosplay with some stuff I found at a store, and I made Castiel from Supernatural.
Yes.
So I did that,
Yes.
and I'm walking around, and of course, no one's saying anything, but I feel good because I'm doing something different. And then out of
Hmm.
nowhere, I heard someone, "Hey, Cass, right? I need a high five." And it
Yeah,
was like, "Ooh, that felt good."
it's incredible when you get that experience, especially with the first cosplay. It's and then it just grows from there. And see what I can do, think outside the box, and go creative with it.
Yep.
That's what I love about that.
And it's not so much about being popular; it's just the smiles that you bring to people. You know.
That's the main reason why I'll go to these events and work on the cosplays as well, is because I am always been known to work on stuff like that and then also bring smiles to anybody who I think, because it's getting that opportunity to share the craftsmanship and then also
Mm.
making other people happy is the main thing for this. And
Oh, definitely.
that's why I've been doing this for so long.
I remember one time that a lady went ahead and tapped my shoulder, and I turned around and she's like, "Oh my God, you look amazing. My husband loves the movie. I got to get a picture of you
Aw.
because of the character, but my son wants a picture with you. Would you be willing?" And of course, I'm
Aw.
like, "Yeah, definitely." It was Ash Williams from Evil Dead. I made the
Oh.
chainsaw. I got the shirt, everything.
Wow.
I grabbed straps and I made the harness, and I made the holster for the shotgun. To go into my back, and
Aw.
I just grabbed some foam electrical tape, shoved it in there so it's not the whole gun, just for show.
Aw.
And yeah, he loved it. But her son was dressed up as Jason Voorhees, so I'm posing one way, and he's posing the
Oh.
other way. We're doing like the back to back look,
Wow.
and
Yes.
it was fun. The irony is, I've
Wow.
actually had more people who have dressed as Jason or something affiliated that have stopped me when I was Ash than anyone else. So
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. Um,
it's fun.
yeah,
It
no.
really is.
There were Yeah, and then what also makes it better for me is that I have, because every once in a while I'll bring out like a fantasy character or something like that. I know 2 years in a row I actually did this. Um, the recent one I did a cosplay for, because I've always said to myself ever since I started this game, I'm like, I'm gonna turn myself into a Candyland character one of these days. That opportunity knocked for Planet Anime this last year. I actually went ahead and did my rendition of Queen Frostine, and it I did not go by myself. My boyfriend and my other friend went. He's all about Michael. We're all about it. I'll explain that later. But it's when the little kids think that you're recognize what you're doing, and then they want to like get pictures and stuff like that. I've actually got a picture with two little girls who got excited because number one, they thought I was Elsa. And it was close, but not quite. But no, it's when you get the little kids involved and get
Hmm.
that's what brings joy to me, is because it's making them smile, and it's just spectacular when you
Oh
have kind
yes.
of that interaction.
I've mentioned this on previous episodes before, so I won't go into full detail for anyone who's watching, so that you don't get bored again. But anyone who wants to go back to the previous episodes and see me talking about it, there was a particular con where I dressed up as Ash, and I met a kid who was dressed up as Jason. Got a picture. He was
Oh,
just in awe. Loved it. A few years later, I brought Ash back out again, so I dressed up and I went to the same con, just because I was like, what, I'm feeling it. And the same kid came up to me, goes, "Hey, you remember me? I was that person. Can I get another photo?" And it's like, that was my first
oh,
reoccurrence, especially after years. And I'm just like, uh, oh, yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
oh,
And it's made me want to cosplay even more. But I don't have a sewing
oh,
machine. I don't have a table or anything to work with foam,
uh-huh.
Dremel, glue. So I'm limited, but I have so many ambitions. I
You've
even
got the
have
drive. You just need to get the.
a little bit of this, and a workstation is all I need. You
That's
know,
it. It'll go from there.
I even have
Yeah.
a concept of a Mortal Kombat character that I want to do that's different than they've done. And
Ooh, who you
yeah,
thinking?
Reptile.
You getting me excited. Yes. I have been waiting for somebody to cosplay as Reptile because I've been trying to find, because I always like, if I'm going to go to a con, I'm like, I want to get a picture with this, this, and this, and find and just keep it in record because it makes me feel good. One of them obviously being an Edward Elric, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I've never seen somebody do a Reptile.
I've seen a few.
Never.
But they're the like Mortal Kombat 3 version or something close.
You want to?
I decided
Yeah.
I want to do a little different. I mean, I want to go ahead and
Okay.
get the Talbot, so it looks like the ninja, which is typical, but I want to add a little bit
Yeah.
different element to it. And instead of having the front flap in the beginning, that looks like it's attached to the Talbot, I
Right.
saw something online by a martial artist I follow. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's it. I want to do that.
Ooh.
He showed how to tie a traditional Thai boxing loincloth. And the loincloth actually has the front flap that looks like that on the back. But it's one solid piece. Yeah. So I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. What if I did Reptile? I did that, changed up a few things. Instead of putting gauntlets on, do the Thai boxing style with the actual rope, wrap my hands completely up so it's kind of like the rope that you would see from a
I can
kickboxer,
see it.
But the mask, everyone else always does the hood, the hood with the mask in front. I have a different way of making the mask, and the mask is one piece, just like the loincloth.
What?
Yep.
I can see this. This
yeah, I just need
is
a
going to
sewing
be
machine.
the most.
And
I can see it in my head. That is going to be sick, and that is going to be awesome.
Plus, I have an idea of a weapon that I want to make, so he has it next to him, because we all know Sub-Zero can make ice swords and daggers. Scorpion has his dagger, basically his spear. But Reptile, what if he went ahead and had something similar to, Scorpion's, but instead of actually doing it where it's a straight shot out like the spear, it's a chain whip or a meteor hammer, so it's one that you would swing around.
Oh, so something like that, and then if you wanted to go ahead and go and take it further, do like a boomerang effect. So if he launches it back out and it doesn't hit, it can come immediately strike back in the.
Because I can actually do that in real life.
That would be awesome. What?
Yeah, I'm not proficient like a lot of martial artists. I was fascinated by it, but I learned how to do a lot of the introductory versions of it right there. But I can go ahead and grab a meteor hammer or a chain whip, depending on the length, and I can go ahead and swing it around, wrap it through my arms, around my neck, and back and forth while still doing a 360 spin.
Dang.
So I figured put that element in there because everyone knows a reptile is kind of slithery, in a way where it's flexible. Yeah.
He moves like a snake.
So what kind of weapon moves close like the snake? And that was the snake sword. And that's what popped up online when I was looking at that, which was Ivy from Soul Calibur. And when I saw the demonstration of her doing the same thing, I was like, I can do that. Holy crap, that's it.
That would be perfect. And I can just see it now. It just, that would be absolutely stunning. And you knowing a little bit of that, adding it more to it
that's what I really want to do.
You're talking, I'm already like hopping in my bed. That is awesome. I can see that. I look forward to seeing the end result.
I'm looking forward to go ahead and being able to get it started. I need a little bit of help, and hopefully I can find it and a workstation or whatnot. Other than that, I've got a few others that I want to do. There's a collaboration that me and a few friends want to do, and as long as they keep up with it, I'm still game for it. And that's from the Netflix version of Voltron.
Yes.
So, of course,
that I'm a bigger would be guy. Awesome.
I'm a bigger guy. So, obviously, which character would I be? Hunk. I'm all for it right there. Orange bandana, go ahead and get the whole setup right there, get the Bayard and go.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, I want to. I don't have any kind of focusing right now, except for the one I'm working on currently. I'm trying to think about how, if I want to continue expanding and do more of like Full Metal and expand into it and see what I can do there. I'm not sure yet. I want to get this one completed first, because this one's probably going to be the craziest out of all of them before I can move on to the next one.
Fair.
But I do
But
have
remember,
I have some to shoot. I do have some in the shoot right now. That actually no, I do actually have one that I have said I want to do. But this one is based actually off of one of my older sketches I've done. So this is another OC piece.
nice.
She is, because this is actually my profile picture on Facebook.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to do a 9-tailed kitsune form, but I'm adding a twist to it. The twist is I'm, instead of like the traditional robes that they're gonna have, my character has like a jumpsuit like straight out of Tron. Because I'm making it retro because this was actually from a story. So this form, she has a whole bunch of powers and stuff like that, and with the Tron suit, the lights on it are actually connected to that power, so she can just manipulate it whatever she wants. And this form is one of her strongest suits. And I've said I want to do this, and I've been waiting for the day to do it, but I'm going to keep it on the back burner because I've got 9 tails I'm going to be constructing from scratch, so I'm going to hold that off before I get started with anything else. And also have to figure out how to put like actual LED strips on there to where they're not being plugged into the wall. So, you know,
you can probably go ahead and get some of those like fairy lights.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm not technical in any way, so when it comes to stuff like that, but I'll have to see if one of my brothers, because they're technical wizards, so I'll see if they might be able to help me out with that. But
nice.
That's a little bit later until I get through with this one.
Fair.
Because this one's going to be a lot more interesting.
And of course, when it comes down to it, especially if you're a Full Metal fan, there's other characters in Full Metal that you can do that aren't over elaborate, but people would figure out who they is as well. I mean, come on. Teacher.
Yep, teacher. I think it was his teacher. If I don't do the armored greed, probably.
Yep, you can go ahead and do regular greed.
Yeah, regular greed, yeah.
If you go ahead and just do the pants, you can go ahead and do oh my gosh, I forgot her name.
What?
Roy Mustang and Hawk.
Okay.
No.
Hawkeye.
No,
yeah.
It's not Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's her name, right?
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember later on when she went ahead and took the coat off, had the regular shirt underneath? Because she was in the car trying to go ahead and make it look like she wasn't part of the military.
Oh, that's right. And then
but if you really want to be funny too. And of course, in Brotherhood, you could go ahead and do Wrath, because there's a couple parts where he's actually in the regular clothing. So
yeah, the blue pants and the white shirt, that would be very cool to do. And then dang it, what's his name? There's another one that's I could do. Frick, I don't remember the name of it. I need to rewatch as well. Yep, that's it. That's one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, Scar would actually be a very interesting one to do.
Scar definitely.
A very cool one to do. Scar.
Shoot. I want to say White Jacket Kimberly, because I know that one would be probably an interesting one to do too.
Because he's not in like the actual uniform, but he kind of looks like a Michael Jackson look on him, and I like that look.
Oh yeah.
So I might lean towards that one just like a little later if I'm feeling crazy enough to do it.
Hey, you can be really funny about it and go ahead on Spirit Halloween, grab a bald cap, and go as Louise Armstrong. Just make sure that you go ahead and actually get a small little like hair clip to go underneath that has like pink sparkles hanging out from there. So
it doesn't help. It don't help, especially because I got like long like freaking hair, so I don't. I'll have to figure something out for that one. But I know that my workplace on Halloween, if I work on Halloween, they will let us dress up. So I have to be careful about what I wear up there so I
Fair.
don't get myself in trouble. So,
I definitely understand that.
but I can see that though. If I'm not working on Halloween, like sometime later on the line, that one's going to be on my list. That
If
would
I
be
if I
absolutely
could,
fun
if I could, I would so do Alphonse Elric.
to know. I have seen somebody do an Alphonse Elric that is really, really good. And it, as soon as I saw it, because it was actually in one of the pictures that I sent you for the reel, it looked so good. And I was just like, I got to get a picture with this, not once, but twice. Because it was so spectacular.
On that note, for anyone out there, let's take a look at that reel.
So I'm going to explain what happened because the first kind of few explains, kind of sees the transformation. Yep, there's the second one. It didn't feel right if it didn't have Edward with him. So the first, I'm going to discuss this. So the first time I did this cosplay, the first one that's being shown right now with the pink dress, it should have been red. It didn't turn out red.
Okay.
When I dyed it, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And I was experimenting if I wanted to do it with the black. Now, later on, when I went to the Animeverse, that's when I took it a next level and I went ahead and just stuck it with the black underneath because I felt like it was more being exposed a little bit and it didn't quite work out. But it was also the wings that were causing an issue that day. And then there's the Queen Frostine that I was talking about earlier.
Nice.
And then the
I was a little
reference
surprised that
actually in there.
Yeah, I saw the reference picture right there. But
Yeah,
out of the photos that you went ahead and sent, I was actually surprised at one of them.
Haley? What exactly are you doing?
Give me a sec.
Yep. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I got an interview for a cosplay podcast. So I'm doing.
Sorry.
No, you're absolutely fine.
Can I go
Completely
ahead?
understand. No, the ice cream ghosts from Scooby Doo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was when we got pictures with all of them, and my friend was with us when we got those pictures done, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a picture with the ice cream ghost. The ice cream ghost was actually really cool. I liked the ice cream ghost a lot.
I love the retro. You know, when people, you know, they get the older cosplays, you know, from shows that are definitely way before them. You know, it's just, I don't know. Be still my heart. You know, I can't choose the right words of what it is. It's more like in awe. You know. Recently at a con. Sorry. Recently at a con, someone went ahead and actually did just that. I turned around, and this young girl was dressed up in a suit, a cosplay of something that was before her, definitely by years. And the fact that her dad went ahead and actually showed her the series, so she was familiar with it, and then she did the cosplay, it literally just put a smile on my face. So, of course, I asked her, I love it, but can you say the phrase? And she was a little reluctant because it was kind of, you know,
Aww.
you're embarrassing me, but I'm going to do it anyway. So instead of yelling it like they do in the show, she said it really low. Pigs in space.
Aww.
You remember in the Muppet Show, the small little segment where they did with pigs in space with Miss Piggy and the other pigs?
I loved that.
She was dressed up as Miss Piggy with this silver outfit, the nose, everything. It's like,
whoa. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone's dressed up as Alistair from Has-Been Hotel or Deku from My Hero and all that, you know, yeah, beautiful, wonderful. But when you hit my childhood with something right there from back in the 70s, 80s, and I'm just like, yes.
You've got to get that moment because it's bringing back your childhood. Just seeing stuff like that. And yeah, it definitely hits closer to home, especially when you get that opportunity to do that. As much I do love when they go retro. I mean, as much as I love somebody doing Vox or somebody doing
shoot, what's it called? Somebody who's from a newer like anime, like Disney's Twisted Wonderland. It's the stuff that's closer to home, so it's like it hits. There was a story that I did. I mean, it was a little while ago. I don't remember what Comic-Con this was, but there was a duet of somebody doing Annalise and Erica from an old Barbie movie that we grew up with, and it hit closer to home because I would always go and watch those movies as a kid, and the inner child just came into me, and I had to get a picture. I do have the picture with them. I don't know what happened to the picture, but I think it was also during COVID too when that one was taken. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
But it was spectacular though.
A lot of people don't realize how cosplay can bring so many people together. The smiles, the creativity, all of it put together. You know, it's a culture that literally is made for smiles. It really is.
It definitely is. It most certainly is.
Now, I've talked about it before. Some of my favorite experiences I've had at cons. But how about you? What would you say
There
your
were so
most
many
favorite?
of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry, my thing is on the verge of death. So,
Oh no, you're good.
if I had to pick a moment, I'm gonna take it all the way back to the first time I actually went to one, and that was gonna be, I think it's 2019 Planet Comic Con. I'm not sure about the date. I could also be wrong. My friend and I went, and we just had a blast, and we took a whole bunch of pictures and stuff like that. But it wasn't until we got over to Celebrity Row, and it was me and her, and we were waiting for Johnny Young Bosch, Ichigo himself. We went to go ahead and met him, and we, at the time, I didn't realize that you're supposed to go ahead and purchase photos. And my friend and I were just like, no, we don't. Did you want a picture? And I was like, I looked at her, and we were like, we're currently had a good time shopping, so we didn't get any money for pictures. And you know what he did? He took either one of our phones, and we secretly got a picture with Johnny Young Bosch right then and there. And after we got that picture, we thanked him and we walked off, and both of us were screaming because we were just awesome. It was just an amazing thing, and that was one of my favorites. And then it kind of grew from there, and there's too many of them to count, but that is the biggest one that I could think of was one of my heartfelt favorites. Definitely.
I mean, I love going to the cons to see celebrities as well because, you know, we grew up watching them. We know the difference between, you know, that's their job, that's not who they are, but it still makes a smile on our face. The movies, the shows that they did, what they voiced or they acted, you know. And my very first Comic-Con, I went because the person who was supposed to be showing up was the original suit actor for Godzilla. Unfortunately, he passed away a few months beforehand, but they still had a couple of the other suit actors, so I still got to meet Kitagawa from the Millennium series, which still was awesome. But while I was there, I ended up meeting Adrienne Barbeau. And I've always been a fan because growing up, my dad showed me Swamp Thing. And I've seen, you know, Escape from New York, Escape from LA, you know, Tales from the Crypt, you know, all these different shows. So for me, it was like, okay. Now, as much as that was amazing, a few years later, I attended this con, and it's called Motor City Nightmares. So it was my very first horror con ever.
Ooh.
One of the guys they had there, the celebrity, he was in RoboCop as well as a few other things. So I ended up talking to him, you know, expressing my, you know, okay. But as I'm walking away, the corner of my eye caught Swamp Thing on his table, and it's like, wait a minute, what? And I had realized I was an idiot.
Whoa.
Here is the actual guy who played Alec Holland, who became Swamp Thing, next to Adrienne Barbeau. And it's like,
whoa,
one of my favorite movies growing up that my dad introduced me to, and now I got to meet both of them, both stars from the movie. It's like,
all right.
It was a mind-blowing, surreal moment, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Give me a second. I gotta grab my charger.
No, understand. So it's going to take a moment here to go ahead and get her back, which is understandable. I myself, I'm almost, I need to go ahead and charge my phone too. But we'll take a moment here, of course, for anyone out there interested in being on the show, have a con that you'd love for me to attend, please reach out, comment on the video, say different things, cosplays you want to do, ones that you have done. Interact. It'd be great to hear from y'all. Other than that, got different cons we're going to be planning on going to, of course. Great Lakes Anime Festival. That's in April. The Chicago Comic Entertainment Expo, C2E2, in March. Potentially AMKI, so Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the beginning of March, but we'll find out here in a little bit. But later on this year, there's plenty of other cons, and yeah, would definitely love to go ahead and attend some of them. Maybe see you guys there, and maybe even collaborate. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's
All right, welcome back.
okay. It's good to be back.
And I like the nice little change right there. Have a little bit of you
Yeah.
know, color change. So
From the autumn colors upstairs to my desk area with the neon lights. So
a little bit of an amethyst type look.
yeah, they're black lights. They're black lights. They're not band black lights. They just it actually does give a nice amethyst look to it. I actually like it. So it's a nice little transition.
Definitely. So I know a few different cosplays that I would love to go ahead and do for my dream cosplays, you know, later on down the road. But what would you say one of your dream cosplays would be? And
There is one. There is
Okay.
one, and it's I don't know. So I don't remember the game. It was a Sin of Pride. I don't remember what the game was. I think it was
Okay.
like Dark. No, it was Darksiders 3. It was Pride. That one I've seen so much about what that look on Pride looks, and it's just I was just like, whoa, that. Because I've never seen anybody do that, work with that game or work with that character in a cosplay before. And I'm like, whoa, that would be absolutely sick to do. And I think that one is my dream project because I want to start off small, start with these ones I'm working with now. Because that one has a whole bunch of like armor detail on there.
Mhm.
And it also has humongous armor built on wings.
Okay.
There's also some like gravity effects in there too. I would love to work with that character so much. And
Nice.
that is the dream one. So I'm looking forward to waiting for the day to work on that.
Well, I definitely can't wait to see that. Now the big question is, if you get that cosplay done and you're satisfied with it, where would you like to go to do a photo shoot with it? Anywhere in the world.
With that one, in the game, it's more. I can't really describe it how it is in the game, but she's kind of like in like almost like a uplight church setting. So I was thinking probably either in the halls of like Notre Dame or something like that, because of how in the game is reflected that she's talking about pride, and then she has the wings of an angel on her back. So I want to kind of tie it into that. So Notre Dame, or even dang it, I don't know what it's called. Someplace kind of that resembles that, and I could just see it now, and it just.
I remember there's a cathedral in Germany that's really large.
Oh, that's right.
So the way you're
That's
describing it,
right.
I could see that one being right there, and just kind of like a downward shot looking up. You're right there, and just kind of in a nice
Like the
pose with
wings
that
are
in the
kind of just like
background.
almost open. Yeah.
Yep.
That I would absolutely love to get a picture in something like that, especially with that dream cosplay of mine. I would love-
Man. Interesting. You heard that too, didn't you?
I actually didn't actually.
Oh, you didn't hear any beeping?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
actually.
good. That works. Someone tried
Yeah,
calling,
I didn't. Yeah, I
and
didn't hear it.
all I could
Oh.
hear on my end was it drowning everything else out.
Yeah, I didn't hear the beeping.
Okay,
didn't hear the
well,
beeping.
that's good. No one else had to go ahead and be annoyed by that. So, with all different fun experiences, cosplays that you've done, your dream cosplay, what can you see next coming up here soon?
Okay, so the next one is probably the one that's closer to my heart. It's also actually ties into Full Metal from her story. So this is another OC of mine that's a little bit different from any other ones that I've constructed. So my main one, the pink dress one, she's kind of my main, but this is the one that hits closer to home for me. She is I don't know where this came from. I don't know. She is a vampire homunculus hybrid. Let me explain her story a little bit because it's a sad one, but I'll sum it up. She was at the age of 700, 600 or 700, she was given to the father of the homunculi. This is kind of a side story because he wanted to create a more stronger homunculus and stronger warrior so he can still have his sins present with him. So he, in exchange to getting what he wanted for a weapon, he found out a local royal coven of vampires was dying out. So in exchange, he wanted one of their vampires in order for him to exchange for pretty much a bloodbath. And the person who they got was actually our main girl. However, what she got in return was not what she was expecting. And because he actually experimented on her with all the other sins, so this was kind of prerequisite to the sins now. And he injected her with at least 7 different sins into her body and see how much she can take. However, the result of this, because she was able to handle all 7, but it split her mind into 7 different scary personalities, and it just destroyed her. And she's at constant battle with herself because of it. But she gained the abilities of she's a sad story. There's a reason why out of all my OCs I do, she's my favorite because of how sad the story is. But there's so many possibilities I could throw with it. But she I can't dang it. Yeah, she was experimental on. She kept these 7. She kind of evolved, but she attained the abilities of the sins that we know now. So, in the reference image, she has Greed's armor on her right arm, and then she also has Envy's shapeshifting abilities, and then of course the stomach in her mouth, the mouth in her stomach, of course gluttony. I wanted to blend all these aspects when designing her for the first time, and then I was like, hey, this would look sick as a cosplay. And I have officially said I wanted to do her. I've never gone down this road with her before, like I did with my other one. This is the biggest one I'm probably going to aspect with it because it's getting 3D elements and printed with it.
Okay.
With her.
That would be amazing.
I'm looking forward to seeing this one complete. I very am.
I have to say, I really do I love the idea of it. It actually reminds me of a movie.
What movie?
Split.
Oh, that's right. I've heard about the movie, but I didn't when I thought about it, I was like, wait, blend this, put this. I have heard things about it. If it's almost like a realistic horror movie, I don't watch it. There's a reason why I don't watch Final Destination. I can't do
Okay.
Final Destination. It scares the daylights out of me.
So
Because it's real psychological.
it's not really a horror movie per se.
Oh,
A more psychological thriller, but with a supernatural element. It's just it has that little okay, it's been years, so a lot of people out there, it's not going to be, like oh, hey, you just went ahead and gave me a spoiler. If anyone's ever heard of the movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, Split is actually in the same universe. And the third movie is called Glass, where they finally brought all of them together. But Split deals with James McAvoy, and anyone who knows him knows, he's Charles Xavier in the newer versions of X-Men. He's in Wanted with the curving of the bullet, and he's in many other things. Well, in Split, he's got multiple personalities, but each personality is actually the character. So if one personality has diabetes, he actually has diabetes and he needs an insulin shot. If it's a woman, his feminine, he takes over and he's got the poise. If the person's OCD, if they're a child, and his acting ability, you believe every single character. So if he goes ahead and talks to you and he's got an accent like this and he's a little bit, he's a little bit tough or whatever, you believe it. And if he gets into that nice poise, upright, with a lighter texture to his tone, you believe it as well. Or he turns around and says, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm this Evan. You like skates? I like skates." And it's brilliant. But it's when you get to the ending, that ending, how it's done, his portrayal, his voice, his physique, his look, everything about it, it's literally the chef's kiss for anyone who says, like, everyone knows, Gary Oldman is well known for being able to play any role. Doesn't matter if he's going to him playing a father, a detective, a killer, a psychopath, whatever. He can play it. Robin Williams was known for that. Many other people as well. He is an underrated version who does the same.
Actor. I'll say a voice actor who's like that too, and I know that he was like this, but I know him. He's been mainly doing this in the Disney universe. David Ogden Stiers was like that too,
Yes.
And he's all of any actor who's known to kind of fill into a role or just portray it so well, and then kind of jump back and forth between different universes. That is mastery, and it's a chef's kiss. And now I now have a new movie to add to my watch list, so I might actually end up watching that this evening.
So the good part is, if you watch Split, you don't have to worry about watching Unbreakable beforehand, because although they're connected, they're not like a sequel directly where you need to know the universe beforehand. So if you want to, you can watch it, but if you like Split, then watch Glass and watch how it actually concludes.
Okay.
But definitely worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely.
Well, we are coming close to the end of the show. Now, what kind of experience, or I should say, what would you go ahead and give as your best advice for any cosplayer out there who's either getting into it, a veteran, or someone who's dipping their toe into it and kind of curious?
I would say the I can't really form a sentence. Other than that, I would say if you're getting started, or if you're a veteran, or you're just getting the taste of it, I would say is go with something small. Start there, but always make sure with each one you do, as you keep growing and getting bigger to the point where you're doing amazing, bigger cosplays. Like I said with Darksiders 3, Pride. Always make sure you're adding a little bit of piece of yourself into it, because once you see that you can do this and you keep growing, and you'll see the outcome, and it'll also be close to your heart especially when you get all those, get all the praises and stuff like that. But it's the interactions that'll also make it count. So always make sure to add a little bit of piece of yourself in there, so you know that you've got this far, you can keep on going and getting bolder, getting bigger, and eventually getting to the point where you are a master and getting all crazy ideas for the next cosplay.
Love that. add a piece of yourself to something you're creating, whether it's an original character or an exact copy, just something that's you. Love that. Oh, well, thank you so much for reaching out and being on the show. It has been an absolute pleasure.
It most certainly has been a pleasure being on here as well.
I appreciate that. And of course, for anyone else out there, just remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, let you know what you thought. Anything out there for suggestions, please let me know. And if you can dream, believe, create. Have a great night, everyone.
Good evening.